So, very good morning to everyone. On behalf of Kotak Education Foundation and Umang, I, Pallavi Mukherjee, warmly welcome each one of you present here today. Kotak Education Foundation operates especially in the M ward of Mumbai, which is one of the most economically disadvantaged areas of the city. The foundation, in a journey spanning 13 years, worked towards uplifting the community through power of education. Umang is one of the flagship program of Kotak Education Foundation. Umang is a spoken English program which reinforces the communicative language skills of the children, thereby building their confidence and ability to cope with higher studies and career. Umang conducts various programs and competitions that help students practice and apply their spoken English skills so as to build their confidence and become comfortable in the public speaking arenas. And one such competition is today's recitation competition. Students will be presenting poems from their academic English textbooks in their own unique presentation styles. Now, poetry recitation is one of the important and effective mode of learning a language and appreciating a piece of literature. All Umang students got an opportunity to exhibit their talents and confidence by coming forward to recite poems. Around 1,354 students across our Bloom and Bouquet program from 59 KEF partner schools participated in the quarterfinals. Out of this, 88 students were shortlisted for the semifinals, and now 10 students have reached the finale. Isn't that great? Now, today's event is a very special one for all of us. Today, we have all our participants joining us live from Kotak Education Foundation's head office at Devnar, whereas our guests and judges are joining us on Zoom. And we have our lovely audience who have joined us on the YouTube live. In true sense, today's event is a hybrid model of presentation. Now, I request my colleague Pratiksha to introduce our chief guest and judges for today. Over to you, Pratiksha.
Thank you, Pallavi. I am honored to introduce our chief guest for today, Dr. Madhuri Chitevan. It is an honor to have you with us, ma'am. Dr. Madhuri Chitevan has done her doctorate of philosophy in physical chemistry from Solapur University. She is currently the principal of Dr. Kalmari Shamrao Junior College, Pune. She has teaching experience of 15 years at high school and junior college level. She has received Fulbright Distinguished Award in Teaching Program from International Teachers. It is a scholarship program of the US Department of State's Bureau of Educational and Cultural Affairs and is administered by IREX. She has completed the program of Arizona State University and her research papers are published in international journals of chemistry. Thank you for joining us, ma'am. I have
Thank you,
great pleasure.
Pratiksha.
Thank you, ma'am. I have great pleasure in introducing our esteemed judges for today, Dr. Meghna Basu Thakur and Mr. Sushant Bhagwat. Dr. Meghna Dr. Meghna is an eminent educator and accomplished professional in the field of humanities and management studies. She has an extensive experience in the field of education and heads the Department of Psychology of RD National College, Mumbai. Our second judge for today is Mr. Sushant Bhagwat from Kotak Education Foundation. Mr. Sushant has been associated with KEF for 6 years as Senior Manager of Content and Data. He has done his master's in English from Mumbai University and has been associated with the field of adult learning and education for 13 years. With great pleasure, I would now like to introduce Ms. Jayashree Ramesh, Project Head of KEF Umang and KEF Excel. With her vast experience in education sector, she is both the catalyst for innovation at Umang and pillar of strength for all of us. Now, I request Ms. Jayashree Ramesh to address this meeting.
Thank you, Pratiksha, and a very good morning to all of you. Ms. Madhuri, a warm welcome to you once again. It's a pleasure to always catch up with you, and thank you for accepting our invite and being with us. Thank you so much for that. Thank you, Dr. Meghna. Thank you, Mr. Sushant, the judges for today. Thank you, parents and students and Team Umang for putting up this wonderful thing. So the competition actually began months back, like Pallavi rightly mentioned. The best part of this competition is that 1,300 plus students have learned, memorized best of poetry that we can offer to them, be it poetry written by Christina Rossetti or Robert Frost or Douglas, our children who are the first time generation learners, who are the first time, first time initiated to English language, are reciting such eminent poets. Poetry is something phenomenal. This has happened only because of the hard work put in by the Umang teachers who have worked relentlessly to train these 1,300 plus students. It is a huge number, dear guests, to train 1,400 kids out of the school hours, out of the class hours, to get hold of them and train them with pronunciation, diction, memorization, all of that. I kudos to our teachers of Umang for this wonderful job. Why did we introduce recitation to Umang in 2018? We as a team felt that when students spend time memorizing and reciting a poem, they develop confidence by engaging deeply with the language. Students, why students, even adults, look for immediate results. We are today living in a touch button solution world. Poetry recitation gives that thing immediately. They learn a poem, they recite it, they know what they have done and what others have to say about it. Immediate gratification is something that students derive when they recite a poetry. And of course, the language learning, the rolling of the tongue is superb when you recite a poetry. And this is something our students are not going to forget in years to come. How many of you of us still remember Wordsworth poetry? Most of us remember the mind without fear, isn't it? So all those things never move out of our memory. And I'm sure that is the experience my students are going to carry. And with the help of all of us here. To put it in a nutshell, the 5 C's of memorizing and reciting a poetry is the choice. The students get a choice here in Umang as what is the poetry they want to do. The second thing is a concrete learning task. They know that this is what they have to learn, this is what they have to deliver. It is not an open ended task, it's a very close ended, limited, defined one. Students love that, remind you. The third is a confidence when they have to speak in a language that is not native to them, but they are so fluent in reciting a poetry. The confidence that it gives is amazing. And the continuing learning, it stays with them for years when you recite a poetry. I recently learned that in one of the IIM interviews, the interviewer has asked the candidate, why don't you recite a middle school poetry for me? So that is what the corporate world is checking. Hello, our students are ready for that. And the challenge and the memory and recall. When you memorize something and you recall without a pause, that gives a lot of satisfaction. So that's how I would put the recitation competition in the 5 C's. Today, like Pallavi and Pratiksha mentioned, is a very unique competition because we are trying out something new called the hybrid model. So many of my teammates are at the office at Devnar, and most of us are here outside in our homes. Many parents, many well-wishers, volunteers, all of us are watching the program online. While many are there, our parents are also there in the office. This is the future of education, dear friends. Gone are the days when the teacher is going to stand in front of a classroom and give instructions. The teacher's role has changed from a teacher to a facilitator. So has the students' roles changing, and it will change dramatically. Students are going to be learning at home, and when they meet in the school, they are going to talk about collaboration, co-creation, where they take the onus of learning in their hands. That is going to be the future of learning. And at Umang, we believe that we need to look at the future and equip our students for that. And this is an attempt for that. And to tell you about the project learning that we undertake in Umang, we have the Global Scholars, where we do multiple projects designed by the global curriculum. We have designed for change a competition in which Umang participates, and we have won laurels in the design for change competition in the last couple of years. We also have in-house project-based learning units so that students are ready with the 21st century learning skills, and they are out there, future ready when they pass out the Umang 3-year program. Without much ado, let me hand over, and all of us are eagerly waiting for the students to perform today. And over to you, Pratiksha. And thank you once again, everybody.
Thank you, ma'am, for the beautiful words. Before we move on to our students, here's a helpful tip. For those who have joined us through your phones, you can tap on a student's name from the participants list to see their videos on your screen. And now it's time to unfold the event. Over to our anchors, Sagar from Nalini Yashwantrao Dode Vidyalay and Sanskruti from Matoshri Vidya Mandir. Over to you, Sagar.
Good morning, dear judges, teachers, and my dear friends present here. I, Sagar, and Sanskruti will be the anchors for this wonderful and interesting program. Rhyme and roll. Poetry helps to teach rhythm. Stringing words together with the beat helps cognitive understanding of words.
Can you tell more about the importance of reciting poems?
Yes, Sanskruti. Reciting poems help students in many ways to develop rhythm, memorization skills, self expressions, and phonemic awareness, and of course, conveying all this to the audience.
You are right, Saga. Before we begin the competition, let's look at the rules. The time limit for each participant is 3 minutes, and all participants should switch on their video before starting the competition.
Yes, and participants will judge on following criteria: pronunciation and memorization, voice modulation and articulation, body language, confidence, and overall impact.
Thank you, Saga. Now let's move on to the most awaited moment of the day, the finals of the competition.
Remember, keep your cameras on while performing. Dear students, you are already winners. All the best.
Let's begin the recitation competition. Now our second year Bloom students will recite the poems.
What are we waiting for? So let us call our first participant, Prajakta Sanjay Gadge from Amarkor Vidyalaya.
Hello everyone, good morning. I am Perfect Prajakta from Amarkor Vidyalaya Bhandur. I am studying in Bloom batch number 8. Today I am going to recite a poem, The Man Who Thinks He Can, written by Walter D. Wintle. Walter D. Wintle is a poet who lived in the late 19th century and early 20th century. Very little is known about him. He is best known for this poem, which is also titled Thinking. Let's start a poem. If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you like to win, but you think you can't, it's almost certain you won't. If you think you'll lose, you are lost. For out of the world we find success begins with a fellow's will. It's all in the state of mind. If you think you are outclassed, you are. You have got to think high to rise. You have got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win a prize. Life's battle don't always go to the stronger or faster man. But sooner or later, the man who wins is the man who thinks he can. If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you like to win, but you think you can't, it's almost certain you won't. Thank you.
Boom! That was wonderful, Prajakta. Well done, Prajakta. Now I would like to call our second participant, Nishikant Manik from Vikroli Vidyalaya.
Hello everyone, my name is Nishant Satin Mani. I study in 6th standard. His name is The Man Who Thinks He Can. If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. Like to win, but you think you can. It is almost certain you won't. If you think you lose, you lost. Go out of the world will find. Success begins with a balanced will. It is all in the state of mind. If you think you are outclassed, you are got to think hard. Rise. Got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win a prize. Prize battles don't always go so a faster man. But sooner or later, the man who wins is the man who thinks he can. If you think you are outclassed, you are. You got to think hard. Rise. Got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win a prize. Be the man who thinks he can. Be the man who thinks he can. Poet name is Walter D. Winter. Thank you, everyone.
Nishikant, you were brilliant. Our third participant is Fiza Muhammad Asif Shah from Mohammadi Urdu High School.
A very good morning to one and all present here. Hope you all are doing fine. My name is Shafiza Muhammad Asif. I am 10 years old. I am studying in Standard 6. My school's name is Mohammadi Urdu High School, Bhandup, Sonapur. Today I am going to recite a poem. The name of my poem is The Man Who Thinks He Can. The poem is written by Walter D. Winter. Now I would like to talk about the poet. Walter D. Winter was a poet who lived late 19th and early 20th century. He was famous for his poem that is Thinking. Thinking is also known as the man who thinks he can, the poem which can change a future. Now I am going to start the poem. If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you like to win, but you think you can't, it is almost certain you want. It is almost certain you want. If you think you will lose, you are lost. For out of the world we find success begins with a fellow's will. It is all in the state of mind. It is all in the state of mind. If you think you are outclassed, you are. You have got think high to rise. You have got sure of yourself before you can ever win a prize. You can ever win a prize. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger or faster man, but soon or late the man who wins is the man who thinks he can. Is the man who thinks he can. Through this poem, Walter D. Wintle attempts to convince the reader that anybody can do anything as long as they have the correct mindset. Overall, the most distinct idea of the author in the poem is that the mindset of one person process will determine his level of success or failure. Thank you.
That was amazing, Fiza. Let us call our fourth participant, Priya Sanjay Kadam from Vidyarthi Vidyalaya and Junior College.
Hello everyone, I am Priya. So today I am going to recite a poem. The title of the poem is How Doth the Little Busy Bee and How Doth the Little Crocodile. This recitation is a combination of two poems. The first two stanzas are written by Isaac Watts, who was not only a poet but also a Christian minister. The last two stanzas are written by Lewis Carroll and are the parts of his book Alice Adventures in Wonderland. So let's start with our poem. How doth the little busy bee? How doth the little busy bee improve his shining hour? Improve his shining hour
and gather honey all the day from every opening flower. How skillfully she builds her cell, how neat she spreads her wax, and labors hard to store it well with the sweet food she makes. How doth the little crocodile how doth the little crocodile improve his shining tail, improve his shining tail, and pour the waters of the Nile, and pour the waters of the Nile on every golden scale. How cheerfully he seems to grin, how neatly spreads his claws, and welcomes little fishes in, and welcomes little fishes in with gently smiling jaws with gently smiling jaws, with gently smiling jaws. Thank you.
Well, Sanskruti, I am speechless now. Priya, you were superb. Now our next participant is Simra Patel from Anjuman I Islam Saif Tabzi Girls High School.
Before we go ahead, I would like to request Dr. Madhuri to share her experience with us. Madhuri, ma'am, over to you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Pallavi.
Yeah.
And a very, very good morning to all the respected judges, members of the Kotak Education Foundation, principals of various schools, teachers, parents, and dear children. I'm so happy to be here today and listening to these poems by these children. It's really taking me back to my childhood days. A big congratulations to the finalists of today's virtual inter-school recitation competition. And I also congratulate Kotak Education Foundation for conducting such a program where more than 1,000 students, that's almost 1,354 students across 49 partner schools have participated. This is a huge number. And so today for me, each one of these finalists is a winner, as you have made it to the final 10 from 1,000 students. And the poetry that I have heard so far, oh my God, you are really rocking. And the anchors, Sagar and Sanskriti, you are such amazing anchors, speaking with such confidence at such a tender age. It's really, really very good to hear you all. And this all is a really very, very commendable achievement. I am thankful to Kotak Education Foundation for inviting me for today's program as a chief guest. Now, children, as a chief guest, you might wonder, की ह्या आता मोठं भाषण देणार. But don't worry, मी भाषण नाही देणार. Instead, I will share a story with you. A story of a boy just of your age. आवडेल का तुम्हाला गोष्ट ऐकायला? So this is story of Michael Jordan. Do you know who's Michael Jordan? He is considered as one of the best basketball players ever. तुम्हाला basketball माहिती आहे ना? So he is an American basketball player. He was very successful, popular, and wealthy Olympic athlete in the professional sports history. Now about Michael, he was born in one of the slums of America, and his parents were very poor. He grew up in a poor neighborhood and also got into wrong company. He would run away from school and indulge in unlawful activities. Overall, he had a hopeless future. His father was worried for Michael and he decided to do something. So one day, his father called Jordan and told him to sell an old t-shirt for $2. एक जुना t-shirt दिला त्याला, and he told, sell it for $2. Jordan nodded his head. Remember, he was only 13 years old at that time. He said, okay, I'll try, but no guarantee that I'll be successful. Then what did he do? He washed the t-shirt thoroughly. But as he was for a poor background, he had no iron available with him. Istri karण्यासाठी. So he kept that t-shirt under some heavy weight. The next day, he started selling it at the railway station. And after hard work of 6 to 7 hours, he successfully sold that t-shirt for $2. When Jordan handed over his earning to his father told him that one day he will become a very successful man. Why? Because he had sold an old t-shirt for $2. After some day, his father again told him to sell a similar t-shirt, but now at $20. Jordan became puzzled, but he agreed to give it a try. He visited his friend's home and decided to paste a Mickey Mouse sticker on it. Then he took that t-shirt and visited a school where children of rich people used to study. One child liked that t-shirt and he insisted his father, I want that t-shirt, I want that t-shirt. Then his father purchased it for $20. And on top, he also gave a $5 tip to Jordan. Now, with a very big smile, he handed over the $25 to his father. But Jordan got a shock when his father handed him one more t-shirt and his new target was $200. Imagine to sell an old t-shirt at $200. Michael being Michael, he said, okay. He accepted the challenge, but started thinking about the ways by which he can sell the t-shirt for $200. Now, at that time, Michael got to know that a very famous Hollywood celebrity, Hollywood, I think you all know, like how we have Bollywood here for Hindi pictures, like that in America, we have Hollywood, English movies are screened. So there is a very famous Hollywood celebrity, Farrah Fawcett, who came to a nearby city. Michael immediately got an idea, and with some posters, he left for that nearby city. Somehow, he reached Farrah Fawcett and asked for her signature. Now, looking at the small boy with the innocent face and seeing that how much he has struggled, Farrah agreed and signed the t-shirt. So now, Michael had a t-shirt with the autograph of Farrah. And he started selling that t-shirt at a price of $200. Now you imagine if there is a t-shirt and your celebrity has signed there, you would go and buy it, isn't it? So people started to buy, and one of them purchased it for, can you imagine, $2,000. So Michael was just so very happy. Upon returning home, he gave it to his father, and his father broke into tears because even their monthly salary was not so much, and Michael had been able to sell the t-shirt and get $2,000. His father said, I am amazed. You did it, my child. You are really great. That night, Jordan slept alongside his father. His father said, son, in your experience selling these 3 t-shirts, what did you learn about success? Now here I remember the poems that you have recited just now. Michael also gave such a similar answer. He replied, I think where there is a will, there is a way. His father nodded his head, but then said, what you say is not entirely wrong, but I also want to show you that a used t-shirt, which is worth only $1, can also be increased in value. Then how about us, living and thinking humans? We may be darker, we may be poorer, but what if we can increase our own value? From then on, Michael Jordan felt that his future would be beautiful and full of hope. He took charge of his life and he went on to become the greatest basketball player of all times. And this is a true story, children. Winners find a way to win. Losers find a way to lose. So, children, here I want to tell you that you may be born in the poorest of conditions and you may not have the best opportunities to excel. But it is up to you what you make of your life. There will be people who will offer help to you, just like the Kotak Education Foundation, your teachers, your parents. But it is you who will have to work hard to make your life better. Just like Michael Jordan, you will have to take efforts to improve yourself and be the best. And I'm so sure after listening to you today that one day you too will become a successful person. On this note, I thank the Kotak Education Foundation for such a unique initiative, and you are playing an important role in the lives of these children. A special thanks to my friend Jayashree, who extended this opportunity to me to address these amazing kids. And a big thank you to you children for a patient hearing. And I'm really excited to hear your poems after this. So I hereby close the talk by wishing you all a very bright and prosperous future and all the best to each one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Madhuri ma'am. That was so inspiring. The story of Michael Jordan inspired us in many ways, and I'm sure students have really taken the message from your story. Never say never is a quote by Michael Jordan, which we all follow in our life. And challenges do shape us and leads us to the road of success. Our students will always remember this. Winners find a way to win, and losers find a way to lose. I'm sure in the near future, we'll all witness their success in manifold. Now, I would request Simra to continue with her recitation. Simra, over to you.
Hello everyone. My name is Patel Simramjad. I am from Anjuman Islam Saf Tayyib Girls High School. My poem name is The Man Who Thinks He Can. This poem is written by Walter de Wintel. Walter de Wintel is a poet who lived in the late 19th century and early 20th century. Very little is known about him. He is best known for this poem, which is also titled Thinking. The man who thinks he can. If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you like to win, but you think you can't, it is almost certain you won't. If you think you will lose, you are lost. For out of the world we find, success begins with a fellow's will. It is all in the state of mind. If you think you are outclassed, you are. You have got to think high to rise. You have got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win a prize. Life battles don't always go to the stronger or faster man, but sooner or later the man who wins is the man who thinks he can. This poem has a powerful message that you need to go through hardships to learn to be strong, hopeful, and positive. The man who thinks he can and the man who thinks he can't are both right. Which ones are you? Quote by Henry Ford. Thank you.
Thank you, Simra. Before we go ahead, I would request Nishikant to come once again and recite his poem. We couldn't hear him for the first time, so we would like to hear once again from Nishikant.
Hello everyone, my name is Nishikant Sachin Mane. I study in 6th standard. Today I am telling a poem. Its name is The Man Who Thinks He Can. If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you like to win but you think you can, it is almost certain you won't. If you think you lose, you lost. For out of the world we'll find. Success begins with a fellow's win. It is all in the state of mind. If you think you are outclassed, you are. We got to think high to rise. We got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win a prize. Life's better don't always go to the song of fast man. But sooner or later, the man who wins is the man who thinks he can. If you think you are outclassed, you are. We got to think high to rise. We got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win a prize. Be the man. Who thinks he can be the man who thinks he can? Poet name is Walter D. Winter. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Wow,
you, Nishikant. That was wonderful. Now, before we go ahead, we would like to congratulate all the Bloom participants for their wonderful performance. Now, those who have joined us on YouTube, requesting all of you to like the video and encourage our students by posting your comments in the chat box. With this, we come to an end for our second year Bloom performances and we begin with our third year bouquet performances. Over to you, Sanskruti.
wow, Nishikant and Simra, you were fab. That was really cool. Now, now I would like to call our seventh participant, Kimya Joshi from Amarkor Vidyalaya.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. I am Kain Kimaya from Amarkor Vidyalaya. Today, I am going to recite a poem, How Taught the Little Busy Bee and How Taught the Little Crocodile. This recitation is combination of two poems. First two stanzas are written by Isaac Watts, who was not only a poet but also a Christian minister. And the last two stanzas are written by Lewis Carroll and are part of his book Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. So let's get started. How taught the little busy bee? How taught the little busy bee improve his shining hour? Improve his shining hour and gather honey all the day and gather honey all the day from every opening flower, from every opening flower. How skillfully she builds her cell, how skillfully she builds her cell, how neat she spreads her wax, how neat she spreads her wax, and labors hard to store it well, and labors hard to store it well with the sweet food she makes, with the sweet food she makes. How does the little crocodile? How does the little crocodile improve his shining tail? Improve his shining tail and pour the water of the Nile and pour the water of the Nile on every golden scale, on every golden scale. How cheerfully he seems to grin. How cheerfully he seems to grin, how neatly spread his claws, how neatly spread his claws, and welcome little fishes in, and welcome little fishes in with gently smiling jaws, with gently smiling jaws, and welcome little fishes in, and welcome little fishes in with gently smiling jaws, with gently smiling jaws, with gently smiling jaws. From first to stanzas, poet wants to tell that if you're doing some work, you should always be busy in your work like this busy bee. And from last two stanzas, poet is warning us to be very careful while dealing with others and not get carried away by their smile and attractive looks. So from both poems, we get a very nice message. I think you will definitely follow this. Thank you.
That was remarkable, Kimaya. Now our seventh participant is Yasasvi Babasaheb Pradhan from Milinda Vidyalaya.
Hello everyone, I am Yashasvi Babasaheb Pradhan. I am from Milinda Vidyalaya School. I am studying in 7th standard. Today I am going to recite the poem Wind on the Hill. No one can tell me, nobody knows where the wind comes from, where the wind goes. It's flying from somewhere as fast as it can. I couldn't keep up with it, not if I ran. But if I stopped holding the string of my kite, it would blow with the wind for a day and night. And then when I found it wherever it blew, I should know that the wind had been going there too. So then I could tell them where the wind goes, but where the wind comes from, nobody knows. But where the wind comes from, nobody knows. And this poem is written by Alan Alexander Milne. Alan Alexander Milne is an English author who is best known for writing Winnie the Pooh. He is also served in World War I and II.
This poem talks about how a child tries to understand the concept of wind since it cannot be seen. And I want to say that sometimes in the wind of change we find our true direction. Thank you.
Very well
Thank you,
recited
Miss.
by Yashasvi. Let's see who is the next participant. Mariam Khatun Taswar Ali from Bharat Nagar Urdu High School.
Today, Mariam is unfortunately not available with us as she is down with malaria, but she has sent across her video and we'll be watching her video and enjoying the recitation done by her.
Hello everyone, I'm Marvelous Mariam from Bharatnagar High School. Today I'm going to recite a poem. The poem name is Truth, written by Barry Wade. Barry Wade is a published author and editor of children's book. Some of the published credits of Barry Wade is included The Emperor's New Clothes, Leapfrog and Frog. So let's recite the poem. Stick and stones may break my bones, but words can also hurt me. Stones and sticks break only skin, while words are ghosts that haunt me. Slant and curved, the forward swords to pierce and stick inside me. Bats and bricks may ache through bones, but words can mortify me. Pain from words has left its scar on mind and heart that tender. Cuts and bruises I have held. It's words that I remember. It's words that I remember. Thank you, everyone.
That's wonderful, Mariam. Let's move on to Varanjali Santosh Kolambekar from Saunalini Yashwantrao Dode Vidyalaya.
Hello everyone. I am Swaranjali Santosh Korambekar from Saunalini Yashwantarao Dode Vidyalaya. Today I am going to recite a poem and poem's name is Truth. So the poet of this poem is Barry Wade. Barry Wade is a published author and an editor of children's book. Some of the amazing credits of Barry Wade includes Emperor's New Clothes, Leapfrog and Frog. And in this poem, poet tries to tell us the importance of truth. So yeah, let's get started with the poem. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can also hurt me. Stones and sticks break only skin, while words are ghosts that haunt me. While words are ghosts that haunt me. Slant and cup, the forward swords, slant and cup, the forward swords, to pierce and stick inside me, to pierce and stick inside me. Backs and bricks may ache through bones, but words can mortify me. But words can mortify me. Pain from word has left its scar on mind and heart that's tender, on mind and heart that's tender. Cuts and bruises now have healed. Cuts and bruises now have healed. It's words that I remember. It's words that I remember. And I just want to say that being truthful is very important in our life. But as we all know that how truth is bitter and unpalatable. But if we all want to be in better condition in our present as well as in our future, so we must face the truth. So be truthful, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Swaranjali. Last but not least, we have Aarti Chandrakant Sarode from St. Catherine High School.
Hello everyone. My name is Aarti Chandrakant Sarodi and my school's name is St. Catherine High School and I am in 8th standard. Today I am going to tell about Barry Wade. Barry Wade is published author and editor of a children's book. Some of the published credits of a Barry Wade include The Emperors of New Clothes, Hopscotch, Petals and Life Frog and etc. So my poem name is Truth. Sticks and stone may break my bones. Sticks and stone may break my bones. But world can also hurt me. But world can also hurt me. Stone and stick break only skin. Stone and stick break only skin. While word argos then hurt me. While word argos then hurt me. Plan and count the fall words. Plan and count the fall words. Two pieces and stick inside me. Two pieces and stick inside me. Bats and brick may each through bones.
Bat and brick may each troubles, but world can mortify me. But world can mortify me. Pain from birth has left its scare. Pain from birth has left its scare. On mine hands, hurt that tender. On mine hands, hurt that tender. Cords and breezes now have held it. Cords and breezes now have held it. It's well that I remember. It's well that I remember. So truth is very, very important of our life. Truth is still of the truth. Truth is even no one believe. Truth is believe yourself and be truthful. Thank you.
What an amazing performance, Aarti. Sanskruti, what's up of the result? I am eagerly waiting for the announcement of the winners.
Yes, all are, but we need to have some patience. What a wonderful performance by all our budding artists today. After such spectacular performance, it is going to be tough for our judges to choose a winner. While we wait for the final result, we have Darpan and Shailesh, who will be sharing their experience with the Umang program.
Before we hear from Darpan and Shailesh, I would request Dr. Ganesh Raja sir to say a few words and share his experience with us. Over to you, sir.
Thanks, Pallavi. I mean, I least expected to be called. I least expected to be speaking here. But truth be told, I went through the last 5 or 6 recitations. They were simply mind-boggling. The kind of grip students had on the language, the diction. More importantly, I mean, you speaking of poems which are extremely difficult to perhaps comprehend, even for a normal person. I doubt whether I would remember any of these poems ever. I mean, Robert Frost, yes, the woods are lovely, dark and deep is all that I can remember. But this goes beyond that. I think every single performer has done extremely well. I'm very glad I'm not the judge for the simple reason that it's going to be so difficult to choose. I mean, everyone is a winner. I mean, at the end of the day, I would perhaps honestly recommend that each one walks away with some kind of a prize. And my good luck to all the students who recited today. Good luck to all of them for their performance. And more importantly, keep this going. I think it's important that, the grip of your on spoken English is fantastic. Least expected, at this juncture. But truth be told, I think each one is a winner. I mean, to me, there is no difference. A ranking of 1, 2, and 3, who climbs up the podium is purely for academic interest, but everyone is a winner. All the best, both the students and the Umang team at large, which has shaped these students to a podium finish. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring words. And truly, all are the winners for us as well. Moving forward, I would request Darpan and Sailesh to share their experience with us. They want to talk to us about their Umang classes experience.
Hi Shailesh, how are you today?
Hi Darpan, I'm fine. Today's performance made me think about all the competition we have been part in the last few years.
Oh, yes, you are right. Umang has given us a platform to perform in front of various dignitaries and guests. We got an opportunity to share our talents and showcase our spoken English skills in front of a large audience.
Absolutely, the Umang program also allowed me to participate in many buddy programs like Global Scholar and the ARS State Education Club, Model United Nations, which made me think about global challenges and how to solve this problem. Participating in various buddy programs boosted my confidence. It was amazing to meet and interact with participants from various schools and listen their opinions about things.
My teacher made sure that we just didn't learn the language but also had fun. We played games like Kahoot, Quizzes, Jeopardy, Bamboozle, Mentimeter polls, and many more. Sometimes we didn't realize that we were learning a language. It was such a fun-filled experience.
And we are not only restricted to academic content and grammar concept, we also have speech and drama section and reading of Pratham book.
Yes, Sailesh, the reading session have improved my fluency in my language. Now I can read without any help from my teacher. It helps us to think creatively and bring out the artist in us.
That is so true. While learning, I found my interest in public speaking and I also aspired to become doctor in future. Now I never to miss chance to speak up would not have been possible without my teacher's support, patience and guidance from Kotak Education Foundation.
Yes, I agree. The Umang programs gave me the confidence to speak in English with everyone around me. I am grateful for all the opportunities and guidance that I have received in the journey. Thank you. Now over to Miss Pallavi.
Thank you, Darpan and Shailesh. Thank you. We loved listening to your experience and how you enjoyed the Umang class and how you're learning. All the best for your future. Now, I would request our guests and judges to share their experience with us. I would request Dr. Meghna Basu Thakur to share her experience with us. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Pallavi. Um at the outset, first, I would like to begin by thanking all the principal, the Umang Foundation, the Kotak Education Foundation for inviting me to be here today to, judge this poem recitation competition. I think it was an absolute honor and really a fascinating, event. This 1 hour that has gone by, I have changed my marks so many times because all of them are better than the other one. Very well said by the story that I heard about Michael Jordan given by Dr. Madhuri. I've heard Miss Jayashree, and I think they put it so well, the 5 C's. And I must tell you all that I have a son also at this age of class 7, and he has been training for speech and drama for the last 4 years with the Trinity School, and I completely resonate with what Jayashree ma'am and Madhuri ma'am said, and that's what I tell him always. And I would like to tell all the children here that it was absolutely a sheer pleasure to see each of you, your presentation styles, the themes that you all explained so simply, whether it was the theme of not to give up, whether it was the theme of being truthful. I think it's a wonderful effort that each of you have put in. The enthusiasm, I mean, the hand movement, and the way you all had your voice intonation, I think it was a lot of practice, a lot of hard work, put in by teachers, which was clearly displayed here by all the students. And I think it's truly admiring. I mean, I would have to probably look at how the hands went up and down, but I do a lot of this also with my son, because every time he has a recitation I have to keep training him that have voice intonation, show some actions, and I personally feel very connected with poem recitation. And Jayashree ma'am, I think this is an amazing project, and kudos to your vision, kudos to the entire Umang team, because this is the second time I'm judging an event, and every time I see an event and I am like, where was I mean, why did I not think where you guys have excellent vision and plans. You'll put the vision in plans and you'll implement it. So I would really like to congratulate all the participants for your tremendous effort, and like I said that and like Ganesh sir said that your creativity, your skills were commendable. Winning is something different, participation is different, so don't fear of falling. Okay, like you heard Michael Jordan, from $2 to $2,000, triumph will come sometime in life. And I also need to comment lastly on the excellent coordination. I have spent months to train my third year students that this is the way you talk and this is the script, and I see two young boys and girls talking so confidently without a paper in front. I think it's kudos to all the teacher, the visionaries, and thank you so much. This was an excellent afternoon. Always a pleasure to be here with all Umang projects. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Meghna ma'am, for those lovely and encouraging words to our students. Winning and losing is a part of any competition, but participation is what it counts. And we truly believe in that. Thank you, ma'am, once again for joining us. We also have SHM of Amarkol Vidyalaya, Hande sir. Hande sir, if we can hear from you, we all would like to hear your experience.
Yes, madam.
Yes, sir.
Good morning to all. This is the program is very good, very nicely arranged. Umang team prepare students very carefully and give very much confidence to uh, perform the poem. And I will thank you all Umang team and Kotak Education Foundation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring words. Now it's time to felicitate our participants. I would request Sushant and Pooja to give away the prizes to all the participants today. They all are the winners for us. We have all the participants and their parents gathered today at HO, at our head office at Devnar, and we would all like to see them and felicitate all our students. Prajakta Sanjay Gadge from Amarkaur Vidyalaya. Prajakta, can we have you? Congratulations, Prajakta. A huge round of applause for her. Next, we have Nishikant Mane from Vikroli Vidyalaya. Nishikant Mane from Vikroli Vidyalaya. Congratulations, Nishikant. You were great today. Then we have Fiza Shah from Mohammadi Urdu High School. Fiza, if we can have you. Congratulations, Fiza. A huge round of applause for her. Next, we have Priya Kadam from Vidyadeep Vidyalaya. Priya Kadam. Congratulations, Priya. Next, we have Simra Patil from Anjuman Islam Saif Tayyab Ji Girls High School. A very well done, Simra. Next, we have Kimya Joshi from Amarkaur Vidyalaya. A huge round of applause for her. Congratulations, Kimya. Next, we have Yashashvi Pradhan from Milan Vidyalaya. Congratulations, Yashashvi. Mariam is unfortunately not with us, but we'll send her gift across to her. And we all wish her speedy recovery. Next, we move on to Swaranjali Kolambekar from Sau Nalini Dode Vidyalaya. Congratulations. Next, we have Aarti Sarode from St. Catherine's High School. Congratulations, Aarti, and a huge round of applause. Everyone watching us on YouTube would request you to kindly like the video and send in your comments in the chat box. Then we also have the anchors, Sagar from Sau Nalini Dode Vidyalaya. Sagar, can we have you on stage? Congratulations, Sagar. You were very good today. Then we have Sanskruti Gaikrat from Matoshri Vidya Mandir. Congratulations, Sanskruti. Next, we have Darpan from Amarkaur Vidyalaya. Darpan, congratulations. A huge round of applause for all the participants. Last but not the least, we have Shailesh Kore from Afak English High School. Shailesh, congratulations. Once again, congratulating all the participants. You all are true winners for us today. Now to the most awaited movement, that is the prize distribution. I know we all our students are the winners, but we still have to announce the winners, and I call upon Jayashree ma'am to announce the winners and Purbhasha to give away the prizes. We've arranged for trophies for them and we want to give away those trophies to them. Ma'am, over to you.
Congratulations all the participants. Rightly said by Dr. Ganesh sir that each one of you is a winner today. And I'm sure Meghna ma'am and Sushant have had a tough time deciding the winners today. But here are the winners for under the Bloom category. The third prize goes to Prajakta Gadge. Prajakta, hearty congratulations to you.
Congratulations, Prajakta.
Fantastic projector. And the second place goes to, under the Bloom category, Priya Kadam.
Congratulations, Priya.
Well done, Priya. And the much awaited first prize. Any guesses? So the first prize under the Bloom category goes to Simra Patel.
Congratulations,
Fantastic,
Simra.
Simra.
Congratulations.
Very well done.
The third prize under the bouquet category goes to Himaya Joshi from Amarkor Vidyalay.
Yay,
Congratulations,
Kimaya.
Kimaya.
You have been doing this repeatedly, Kimaya. You are an Umang star performer.
Very well done.
Fantastic. The second place under the bouquet category goes to Yashasvi Pradhan. Yashasvi represents Milan Vidyalay.
Congratulations,
Hearty
Yashasvi.
congratulations, Yashasvi.
Congratulations.
And here comes the first place. The winner is Swaranjali Kolambekar from Saunalini Dode School.
Amazing
Fantastic,
performance.
Swaranjali, amazing.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for announcing the winners. And
you.
congratulations to all the winners and all the participants today. You truly were the stars of the show. And with this, we come to an end to this wonderful event. I must acknowledge that this event would not have been complete without the joint effort of so many people. Congratulations to all of us.
Thank you.
Yes, Pallavi. Feeling grateful and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. William Arthur's words do ring true today. Today, I take the opportunity to put all my gratitude into words. On behalf of Team Umang and Kotak Education Foundation, I would like to thank our chief guest, Dr. Madhuri Chitevan, and our judges, Dr. Meghna Basu Thakur and Mr. Sushant Bhagwat, for sparing their precious time for today's program. I thank all the teachers for their gracious presence. Your role in training and preparing students is crucial for the success of such events. Last but not the least, I thank all the students. You all are the stars of this show. Stay curious, keep learning, and keep growing. Always strive to be more interested than interesting. I once again thank everyone for making this program successful.